How much, you talked a little bit about your playing career.
Yeah.
And you had a ton of success, so let's not downplay that. But you also mentioned that you're not a Hall of Famer
Right.
and you didn't win a Super Bowl. How much of maybe not achieving the level of success you wanted in your playing career does that drive today the desire for you to become one of the greatest broadcasters of all time?
A good percentage.
Yeah.
A good percentage. And I would love to say it was easy for me to figure out and I just did this simple equation, not a Hall of Famer, no Super Bowls, here's what I want to be in media. It wasn't like that. It was more, I don't have a gold jacket.
Yeah.
I didn't win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
There's a void inside of me.
Mm-hmm.
I still feel like I can play.
Yeah.
My body won't let me. Who am I?
Mm-hmm.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
And then I started to realize who I wanted to become.
Yeah.
Because the void was real.
Mm-hmm.
I've been playing football since I was 8.
Yeah. That was it.
I never won a major championship. Not Pop Warner, not high school. We didn't go to a bowl game in college. I didn't get to a Super Bowl in the league. And I was sandwiched in between 2 Seattle Seahawks teams that went. Mm-hmm. One of them won it. So it's I was a little bit bitter.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, what's up? I'm a blessed man, don't get me wrong. Raised in a Christian home, I always have faith. But we talk about these football gods, and I don't mean it literally, but I'm like, what's up, football gods? What's up, baby?
Yeah.
I'm the guy that you give the championship to.
Give me a ring.
I gave you everything. I've sacrificed bones and ligaments. I got metal in my knee, and I have repaired injuries. I'm the one. I see all these other guys that don't deserve a Super Bowl. I'm the one that deserves it. I'll trade in some of the money. I'll trade in a year or two. I want the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And when I left the game, I didn't realize how much of a void it was until I was fully retired, and I'm sitting back at the house, drinking my ass off, watching old highlights of myself, like they was old sex tapes with a girlfriend. I'm just man, look at them moves, damn, they were good together, you know what I'm saying? And then I reach out to a couple of my coaches that are on different staffs. I'm like, hey, I heard y'all got some injuries.
Yeah.
And I remember that was my you up text to an ex. And I remember the response I got from one of my, shout out to Kyle Valero. He was receivers coach with the Lions and he was at the Cowboys at the time and they had some injuries. And he was like, I said, hey, you guys got some injuries, man. I'm still here. It's 6 months out of me not playing.
Yeah.
Haven't officially retired yet. I had just been cut by the Cleveland Browns because I had a torn hamstring and I fractured my arm early in the offseason, so I see why they didn't keep me. And I was old. But you start playing games with yourself. Sitting at home, all of a sudden I'm feeling better.
Yeah.
My injuries are healed up.
Yeah.
And his response was, nah, man, we good. But tell the family I said what's up. And I know he didn't mean it that way.
Yeah.
But how I read it was stop texting me.
Yeah.
I told you I found somebody else, and I'm happy. Because I've always looked at the game as this woman. This love affair that I had with this woman that I fell in love with at a very early age. And it goes back to this poem I wrote. It's titled Her, and the acronym is His Everlasting Romance. And it reads as if I'm talking about a relationship with this woman I'm in love with, but then at the end of it, you realize I'm talking about football.
Yeah.
And that was the moment where I realized, damn, she's done with me. It's crazy. I knew it was going to happen, but not only is she done with me, she moved on.
Yeah. There's someone else.
With someone else. And I know he's better looking, making her happy. They're having good sex, traveling the world. Life is good for them.
Yeah.
And that's when I knew, damn, this void is there. And what am I going to fill it with? Am I going to fill it with more drinks, partying, kicking it, wasting money? What am I going to do? Of course, my family's there.
Yeah.
I can spend as much time as I want with my wife and my kids and travel with them and support them in their dreams, which I did.
Yeah.
But what's going to feel like that rush of practicing every day, preparing for something and chasing a goal and then hoping to win a trophy?
Yeah.
Back to that validation.
Yeah.
And somebody saying, here's the Lombardi, you are a champ, you're the best at football. One day I woke up and I'm like, all right, I have to create some good habits. I have to shed some of these things that are holding me back from moving on. And then it hit me. The Lombardi is a man-made trophy.
Yeah.
Men make other trophies. men make Emmys. Go win some other trophies. And I did. I'm working on my 5th Emmy, and I didn't know how much I wanted a Lombardi trophy until I won my first Emmy. And it felt so good to be acknowledged for something that had nothing to do with how fast I could run, how many catches I had, or how well I could play football. And that was the realization that this is, professionally, this is the new love of my life, and I'm going to give everything I can to being the best version of myself on TV.
How much relief did you feel when you won that first Emmy?
Man, it felt good. I didn't even know how much I needed it and wanted it until I saw it and held it. And then immediately I was like, well, I want more of these.
I want another one.
I want another one, and another one, another one. So I want to win as many Emmys. And now, like, I have a few individual Emmys as, like, in-studio analyst in sports. But, like, I want every show I'm on to win an Emmy for the show. Like, I want our shows to be recognized. So now I don't have that selfish desire to be named really good at something and have an individual Emmy in name of me. I want to win Emmys in every show that I'm on. That's the ultimate goal.